Is this really what's going on right now? Was I not live before? That's bizarre, dude. Was I not live? I think I didn't hit the live button. Oh man. Okay, that's crazy. I think I didn't hit the live button, guys. Wow. Damn, that's a shame. Here's some banging trades. I didn't hit the live button though, unfortunately, so I don't think that was recorded. That's crazy. So I've taken 4 trades already. 3 wins and 1 loss. I actually averaged into this position. I was down in the hole 50 points, averaged in 50 points. Bang. Made like 50 odd points on 10 contracts deep on that position. I was 10 contracts deep here. This is A+. I felt really good with it. I was 50 coming into the hole. Added another 5 here. Bam. Got 50 points out of that on a 10 contract deep position. And I may go in again. Yeah, I think I might just go in again. Let's go in. What is going on, bro? Yeah, I'm long right now. I'm going in again on the same pivot. Alright. I've already taken 4 trades, 3 winners today. For some stupid reason, I didn't click go live. I was streaming to nobody. Crazy. Alright. Looking for a bounce here. Let's see SPX. Okay, it's coming down. Might be a retest here. I believe SPX wants to bottom here and rally for the rest of the day. I really believe that. K-Dog says, top step blew my account thing since shut down didn't trigger stop loss. I don't use stop losses. I think you've seen me place orders. I'm not sure how that works. Why did it not trigger your stop loss? That's really weird. I don't like Top Step, man. That Top Step X, I don't like that platform. I've told you that before. I've told other people. And I'm not a fan of that platform. Their service is always down, bro. Their service is always down. That's why I don't use them. Yeah. Right, getting a decent bounce here on the indexes. Let's go. Let's start bouncing. Let's get out of here. Let's start trading higher. I think the SPX wants to bottom. It really wants to bottom here. Yeah, if their service is down and you got liquidated, then they should refund you an account. That's for sure. If they don't, just boycott them. All right. And we get a bounce here. Pretty nice. Let's go. Adding liquidity now to the upside. This should be really good. It should be really good for a rally. We're up 36 points there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 40 points. Adding liquidity to the upside. This should carry on going now. I really think this should carry on going. Should be a bigger bounce. I've milked it, man. I really milked it today. Sorry, I haven't been. I forgot to click go live. What a stupid thing to do. I didn't click live, but I've nailed it. I've absolutely nailed it today. Look at this thing. 60 points already on that. Look at this thing. This is unstoppable now. I'll take it off. I think I'm making too much money. Yeah, I think I've made too much. I'll take it off. Yeah, that's crazy. I made too much. All right. I think we should rally out of here now. That's probably the low. That's 5 trades, 4 winners, and 1 loss. I've really hammered it. Really hammered it today. This is really beautiful. So if that was not an eval, and if I hadn't made too much more money, I would have held that trade, because they're just adding more liquidity to the upside, and this looks really bullish. Wales Team Crypto, welcome. Yeah, you're a bit late to the party, man. I've fucking nailed it. I completely nailed it today, man. Those 2 losses I took yesterday, I've made up for them and a lot more. Yeah, dollars, mate, dollars. They're still adding liquidity to the upside. This is probably going to continue higher, is my guess. Yeah, they're still adding more liquidity. So I do think we are heading higher. But whichever way it goes, I've made my money. Let's check the VIX. VIX is starting to drop heavy. Yeah, beautiful. They're reloading bids close to the price, which is really bullish. And they're adding liquidity to the upside, which means the market is likely to go and fetch that liquidity. Stalling a bit here, so we could get a little move to the downside. Stalling at the VWAP. Yep. Yeah, so this was my A+ pivot right here, this one. I've got managed to get 2 trades off it. 170 points. I've actually made too much money on that. I'm gonna have to probably lose some money. On that EVA. Almost close to passing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and lose some money. No, don't make money, lose some money. Is that enough? Still need to lose a bit more. Oh, don't make money. I said lose money. What's up, K-Doc? What's up with you, bro? Come on, lose some. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, perfect. You're done? All right. You just saw me catch a monster. Right as you tuned in, you saw the monster. Bitcoin's trying to rally here. And this is such an oversold trade now. Altcoins have just got battered. Absolutely battered. Look at this thing. I think Dogecoin is going to make a bounce here to 20 cents. That's a big trade. It's a 56% move to the upside. I do think we're going to get it. It's just a matter of when. Are we going to come down a little bit more and then do it, or are we going to do it now? I still think these altcoins are going to bounce heavy. It's such an oversold trade. Yeah, it's just gone now, in my opinion. That's it. These levels are crazy. These levels are crazy, guys. These levels are crazy. Let's see where majority of the liquidity is resting. It's we've got a big guy waiting to get filled at 330. 330 has proved a pretty sticky level today for NQ. Let's play sim today. $330 has been a sticky level. Let's see if we get up there and what's going to happen. Does the big guy want to trade? Does he want to trade? Here we go. There's the market going for him. There you go, there you go. Is he going to trade or is he going to spoof? The market's chasing him. Yeah, 330 again, resisting. You see that? Yeah, 330 has been a weird level today. Really weird level. Well, I don't know why they keep wanting to defend that level. Does this big boy want to trade? There we go. We're trading. There we go. Yeah, it's filled. He's filled. Really nice. Yeah. Before you guys came in, I said this is going to be the low today for SPX and it's going to rally. I said yes, it's likely. Even if it comes back down, it's going to chop in here and then do something like this, but it's not going to go too far further down than this. S&P 500 wants to have a Santa rally. Okay. It wants to have a Santa rally. 330s is now, they're blasting through it. Look at what NQ did right here. Previous day highs double topped. Came all the way back down. There were so many shorts in here. So these shorts are still active. These longs are still active. Okay, there were so many longs absorbing. We went up there. These guys would not have closed out here because this is not a big enough move for them to close. If they're going to close their shorts, they're going to cover around this area here. They're not covering here. They went in big. They're not going to cover until we get here. And the longs that absorbed all here, they're not covering until we went down and towards the previous day lows. Okay, so this is area now, this value area, this is still a battle between the shorts and the longs. Who's gonna get squeezed? Who's gonna win this fight? So if this starts rallying up to here, these guys that shorted in the morning, they're gonna start having to cover their positions they've lost. If these guys, these long trades that absorbed all these shorts, if this market just falls and goes there, they've lost. Okay, so that's what's going on today. Heavy order flow in the morning. Non-farm payrolls came in really weak again. Unemployment's ticking up, so I don't know. Wall Street might perceive that as bullish. Crypto might like that, might get a bounce, thinking more money printing, more rate cuts next year. Although still hasn't really benefited crypto yet. I do think there's a catch-up trade in crypto. I do think there's going to be a rally on Bitcoin at some point. Maybe we sweep one more time and then we rally, or we just rally now. I think we get to like 105, 108 on Bitcoin, and altcoins are going to get altcoins will get a bigger bounce than crypto. Then Bitcoin, sorry, the altcoins, and I think the SPX will put in a new all-time high finally. Okay, I think it'll do it. And look at that gap is right down there. Almost filled it as well. We are how far? 1.8% on the S&P for a new all-time high. My target for year end was 7,000. Been saying that all along since September. So my target, year end target for the S&P was 7,000. All right. Let's just put that year end. Year end target. So that year end target is only 3%. So from now until the end of Christmas, or the end of the year, shall I say, we can get a 3% bounce. I think we can. That might be the low of the week when we start trading higher. All right. Really nice trading. So 5 trades today, four really big wins, and 1 40-point loss. Okay. The loss was from here. So as we got rejected double bottoms, we came into this gamma level. I thought the market is probably just collecting liquidity, stopping out some late longs, and we're gonna bounce from here and then go and take previous day highs liquidity, but we ended up falling a lot further. And then I longed here at the value area low. So I longed here. I was underwater. I added more contracts as SPX fell right into this gamma level that I was waiting for. Okay, so I averaged. My average was around here, and I got the big rally, and it was a monster trade. Then the market came back down, retested the level. I longed again and got a big bounce, and that's it. Pretty simple. And I had 2 opening trades in the morning. Yeah, checklist, yeah. I was rushing today because I had a meeting outside, so I was limited for time and rushing around. That's never a good thing. You're a funny guy, Kato. $5K a month. Yeah, World Team Crypto, I get them from a girl called Tori Trades. If you look her up, she has great indicators and she sells them. She gets them directly from the CME, and she just obviously gets them and then repackages them, and then obviously, you know, resells them to people like us. Yeah, man, get it from Tori, bro. Did you not know that? Yeah, that's it, bro. That's where we get them from. I'm just kidding, Will's Team Crypto. I get these levels from Spot Gamma, but Spot Gamma is expensive. All right, really expensive. It's like $100 a month. So let's move these. So instead of paying $100 a month, you can just watch this and get them from here. All right, and obviously if you get them, you don't know how to use them, it's not going to be very useful to you. You kind of need to know how gamma exposure works, how these levels, you know, where these levels are derived from, the importance of each level, the confluence on each level. So there's a whole process, the whole checklist that goes into it. You can't just, you know, trade any of these. It depends on structure of the market, depends on context, depends on are we bullish, are we bearish. So, you know, end of the day, this pivot right here, it's a pivot, but this is right in the middle of the range. So for me, that's not something that I'm going to risk a lot of contracts. Okay, so my bet size, if I was gonna, for example, gonna trade this, will be very light, because I don't really trade the middle of the range. I like lower levels, okay, to trade from. So this one, you'd have to size down, right? So your profitability is going to depend on your bet size. So you have a level, you can have level here, you can have a level here, level here, right? You can't grade all these equally. You can't put 5 here, 5 here, and 5 here. They're not equal levels, okay? So you might put 3 here, you might put 4 here, and then you might put 6 here, you're A+, right? This is how you win in this game. So your weaker levels, now you'll get to know this once you start trading these levels and you watch me, and I'll explain it to you as we go along. But your weaker levels, you have to size down. When you get your A pluses, that's when you hit it hard. And that's how you beat the game. K-Dog knows, you know, when you have a strong hand in poker, that's where you gotta go big. So similar thing. Yeah, thanks, man. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're getting something from it. See, ES is doing. ES is weak. Now you can clearly see ES is putting in lower highs. So now this comes down and needs to take out this high to flip market structure into bullish. Come down, maybe do this. Yeah, that's basic market structure trading. Yeah, it's a different style of trading. A lot of people kind of only know like ICT or smart money concepts, and they know a strategy. They have a decent edge in the market, but that's not enough. You need to be able. It's all about bet size, risk management. That's the most important thing. If you can get those two things right, you'll make money from this. So if you watch some of the best traders like Peter Brandt or Larry Williams or any of these guys, they will tell you most of their money is made from a small number of trades. That's why I don't like consistency rules in prop firms. I am asking for a friend, but if you put post ITs to cover your dollar amount when you enter a trade, I don't understand the question. You put post. I'm not sure what you're trying to ask. Sticky notes, posters. I'm not really sure. Maybe you have to explain a little bit what you're trying to ask. So SPX here, they might come down, tap it again. So continue to support. Maybe this support is lost in the PM session when options 0DTE options are close to expiry. They're running out of time, so in the PM that's when you see most of these options contracts getting closed out. So these gamma levels, they're not as relevant in PM. Okay, right now they will still be relevant, these levels. All right. Yeah. So the levels are basically based off of zero days to expiration contracts, option contracts, and majority of traders are not going to leave those options running. They're going to be cash settled. By the time PM session hits, because by that time, a lot of these options have lost a lot of value because of theta decay. Theta is the time instrument in an options contract's life. Okay, selling off pretty heavy here. ES is weak, really weak. SPX is coming back down here. So SPX is likely to just chop around this level and form a low. In my opinion, that's probably what's going to happen for the rest of the day. Do I expect a big sell-off? Probably not. Have we got any more news? Apple may see 7 new models of iPhones by fall of 2027. What the hell? That's crazy. Why do we need so many variations of the Apple iPhone? They're just trying to make money any kind of way. So I will trade sim for the purpose of this stream. Because I have made the max amount of money I could make on the evals, so I have to trade this sim. So if SPX comes here, I'll probably look to tap it again. Yeah, that was a wild game, bro. That was a really wild game. That was a crazy match. That was actually a good performance, but we just can't keep the ball out of our net. That's the problem. That was actually a really good attacking performance from United. For a neutral, that was a beautiful game to watch. Yeah, attacking good, yeah. That was a really good game to watch. Yeah, I bet you did. That was a crazy game of football. We actually played really well. Old Trafford's not been very nice for us. Getting a nice bounce. A really beautiful bounce. So it gave us about 27 points, that bounce. So we do have some liquidity under this this recent low on NQ under the 209 level. We have liquidity at 200. So maybe the market wants to clear the orders before reversing. Or who knows? It looks pretty strong so far. The selling isn't crazy. Bears are struggling to bring this price any lower. There is liquidity just waiting there, sat there. But the bears are getting weaker and weaker. This should bounce, yeah, 67.95 at least, I think. chopping around near the VWAP. Let's see where the anchored VWAP is. No, anchored will not make sense there. So SPX target would be here for me. If I was really on eval and I was looking for a long here, that would be my target on SPX. Some sellers coming in. Maybe it comes down a little bit further and then goes higher. So we might touch it and then go again. So yeah. In my opinion, it's either going to come down, touch it and then go higher, or it's going to just bounce and then maybe come down, chop around. It'll be nice if it does it, and NQ can clear that liquidity that's resting there. That would be pretty good. Shorts are just so weak though. Completely dent in the shorts. Can we get a big liquidation spike to the downside? Clear those orders. Bitcoin's rally. Oh, we're starting to clear some orders from the book now. New 30-minute candle on 2 minutes. Let's see how this goes. A sim trade. Added 5 more. 5 more contracts. So two more minutes, another minute for a new 30-minute candle. Hopefully this gives us the push I'm looking for. There's the initial move down. NQ is holding up. SPX is now back at the pivot. Should get a bounce very soon, in my opinion. Back up to 67.95. Starting to bounce. See what SPX does here. Only thing I don't like about this bounce so far is it's not adding liquidity to the upside. I'm not sure it's going to be a big bounce. And they still got liquidity hanging on the downside, still left to be taken. Let me see if they're adding more liquidity. It's about neutral, I'll say. There's just one big order waiting to be filled. It's not a huge order though. At 200s. So yeah, the order book's really thin at the minute. But yeah, there's somewhat of a bounce on SPX now. VIX is starting to decay. Should be good if we get above this VWAP on NQ. We have a tough level here on NQ. It's also the point of control for the day. I think ultimately it looks like it's going to crack through. Alright, really nice so far. Bit of a nasty candle on the NQ. The downside here. SPX also. Is SPX gonna sweep the low and then come back in and have the bigger bounce? You should see here. I just don't see it SPX moving off this level, too far off this level for now. Maybe in the PM when they take off the options contracts it goes down. That's still not my base case. I still think we're gonna rally from here today. I get back up to here. That's what I think will happen. But this is, I don't think this is likely to just tank all the way down whilst this hedging activity is taking place. Maybe it just sweeps and then bounces. Wow, what a big bounce. Huge. Such a strong level on SPX. Not expecting this price to collapse. Okay, SPX, what are you going to do? Are you going to come and sweep, or are you just going to rally from here? Well, there's definitely going to be hedging activity here now. Not going to be easy to just collapse this price down with the VIX that is still very low. Okay, this is pretty wild. These candles are wild. The ATRs are still big. Really big ATRs. See where the VIX is. Starting to creep up a little bit, but still nothing concerning. There's more liquidity to the downside, a little bit more liquidity to the downside, so maybe SPX sweeps and then makes this bigger move to the upside, maybe. So stocks heat map saying today. A bit red across the board. Healthcare sector is not doing really too well today. Energy not very well. Financials are down a bit as well today. Technology is down. Okay, you can see this is not an easy level 4 with a bears to break. This is a big hedge level. Market makers are active here. They're supporting price. Come on, SPX. Give us that bounce, and then you can do whatever you want after that. Now they've added liquidity. It's a pretty liquid book at this point, but they've added some liquidity at 320s on the NQ, which is another 70 points from here. So this bounce from here to here on SPX is probably 70-80 points on Nasdaq. If the NQ breaks this VWAP, should be good to go and fetch that liquidity to the 330. What did I say? 320s, 330s have been a tough area today on NQ. It's been a tough area. I think that was the Asia high, wasn't it? 330s today. Switch over to the ATAS so you guys can see some order flow. You can see this order here at 320 waiting to be filled. In my opinion, we get past this VWAP, the market's going to go and fetch that order. There's a little bit of liquidity here as well to the downside, but that's your bigger one. Not crazy amount of orders. How many orders is that? 206. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo. Damn. Beautiful bounce. Beautiful bounce. Yeah. You're not trading. That's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good trade, bro. I'm on the same. Made too much money on the evals. But yeah, it's always going to be a good trade. Harsh rejection. That's what they usually do. When the market comes up to the first initial imbalance, it gets rejected, then it'll go back again to the bigger one, to the upside. A really strong bounce on NQ. 320s is where that liquidity is. That's probably where it's gonna go. Order flows getting really bullish, so this could go right back to the highs. The way the order flow, the way the tape is moving, this looks silly bullish. Look at the dollar amount. Over $1,000, $1,200. Huge bounce. Bada boom, bada bang. $320's coming. 320s is coming. Look at SPX. And it's going to my target. There we go. That would have been nice, innit? If that was a real account, $1,600. But you get the idea now, guys, if you've been watching, what kind of levels these are. And you see the power of them. There you go, 620s traded, failed. And SPX is almost at my target. Let's go. We'll take it off. Yep, there you go. $1,700 on that sim trade. And SPX is almost there. So, and it's rejecting now. So there you go. There's your trade. Another one bites the dust. Right, so I stayed on stream just to demonstrate that. I've had 5 trades, 4 winners, 1 loss. Really happy with the performance today. The levels again, very strong, very nice. So now the market's gone and traded 320s and failed it. Now starting to reject a bit. But yeah, that's what I expect for the rest of the day. Maybe SPX comes back down, chops around. I still think it finishes higher today. But let's see what happens. But yeah, I think I'll definitely remember to click the live button tomorrow when I'm streaming. Alright guys, any of you guys still in here, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go and enjoy my evening, have my dinner and enjoy. All right, because I've made plenty of money. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye bye.